What is up guys, Jeffrey Gamer here, welcome to the highlights of F1XL Season 7. This is Race 6, the Austrian Grand Prix. And it's raining. Well, I'm not the biggest fan of this track, I will admit that. So far this season I am 4th in the standings, so we've had a decent start. And if you haven't already, check out the rest of my highlights. And for this session, looks like it's going to be a very wet session. And considering it's one of my least favourite tracks, and no traction control, I'll be sliding absolutely everywhere. But we've got a big field once again. I think it's 13 cars, and here are the results. 11th position. I mean, the rain wasn't so heavy at the end, but Frozen goes on to take his first pole position in F1XL. Jelly up there in second. It's a bit of a mixed up order, really. Championship contenders, Vidal's in 6th, Sigma's in 13th because he retired early. Yeah, I'm not going to say too much there, but I ended up 11th, a poor session for me, so yeah, we've got a lot of work to do to get some decent points, and in the race it's raining as well, an absolute disaster, and yeah, I can't see this being a great one, but we'll wait and see what happens. Anything can happen as we look up to the major places for the start of this Grand Prix. And Frozen is about to take his first pole position as Pastor Maldonado. Had to laugh. So we're building up to the start. It looks like if there's no change in the weather, that it's going to be a one-stop. So the lights are building up. 3, 4, 5, and the Austrian Grand Prix is away. We get a pretty, actually not a bad getaway. There's a green flag already. That's always nice to see. And we just want to avoid contact at all costs, and it looks like there's been carnage ahead. There's cars everywhere. A very cautious start from myself. Wow, to the left, everyone. Well, that was a very interesting start. I've just gained 3 positions. We're going on the inside of Sigma, the championship leader. Can we get the overtake done? Up the inside, and we have overtaken the championship leader. That's a great start. We're up to 7th already. Blue Flame and RB2 are battling ahead. Blue Flame's trying to be a slipstream whore. So I'm just going to try and go take the normal racing line, and they've made contact and he's disappeared. He genuinely just disappeared, but I'm up to 6th already. That's all you need. You can't win the race in the first corner, but you can definitely lose it, and I have gained so much there. 5 positions already. I just have a knack of being very clean at the start and not getting involved in incidents, and it pays off. It usually pays off. Sometimes I lose positions because I'm not as aggressive as other drivers, but what can you do? I've got Sigma on my back here. I'm definitely turning in there. You're not going up the inside through this section. RB2's lost control there, which has lost all the momentum. He's gone so wide, and he's all over the shop. We're going to go for a move up the inside, and we've got 5th place. This has been an unbelievable start. We're not too far behind the front pack of 4, and them two are side by side into turn 1. There's been more contact. This is a great advertisement for F1XL. Usually there isn't this much contact. But that's, yeah, not a lot really happened until this point. Still in 5th and ahead. My teammate has made contact with Dark Pred. I'm not sure if they both lost the front wing, but Dark Pred was still in the wall. My teammate's ahead. I wish he would keep it clean because he'd get so much more points, and that's what we need. So he's actually broken his front wing. And this is actually unbelievable. I'm about to take 3rd position from 11th on the grid. My pace isn't that good around here, and I'm 3rd. I can't believe that, but after 7 laps, there's a bit of a gap to the front two there, going off into the distance. And after a few laps, Swain, who has had a very bad season compared to his high standards, was on the attack. And he actually went for a move here. I didn't expect it, so I had to turn out of the corner and give him some room. I'm not going to turn in on him, even though he is probably one of my main rivals in the league, but that's because of good racing. And here I thought was far ahead, and then he just throws it up the inside once again. I didn't expect it, but when I'm in a position like this at a track I'm not so good at, I don't really fight that much, and I think Swain, who did the same thing to me in the previous race, just threw it up the inside and knew I wasn't going to turn in. So next race, Swain, I'm turning in and you're going to spin out. So at this point, Swain's gone into the pits for the intermediate tyres. I didn't think it was drying up enough, and I went in a lap later. I've completely missed the entry to the pits as well. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if it's worked out well. Have I lost any time? So first up the race, in for intermediates. It's probably past the crossover point from wets to winters. So we'll see how this works out. We're coming out in 4th. We're coming out in 5th. We're behind Swain. I think that was Fireman. He must have pitted a couple of laps earlier. This is Vidal as well. We're down in 6th. We're down in 6th from 4th place. They must have pitted and got the undercut by a couple of laps at least. And now, I need to get my tyres up to temperature. Gain confidence, because obviously I can brake later than I could on the wet tyres. And hopefully keep up with this pack. Well, I did drop off a little bit. Just trying to get the confidence together. And now Sigma's on my back. And he obviously has pretty good pace. And it looks like he could be going up the inside into turn 1. I give him the room. And he gets the move done. We're currently in 7th. A little bit disappointing after the early optimism. And now later on, we're chasing after Sigma. And let's have a look at a load of crap right here from Codemaster. Sigma's gone off. Seriously, that is absolute crap. He lagged across the track. You can't spin there. He's got traction control on, so he's not going to spin there. He went off. I didn't expect him to come straight back on the track. I tried to avoid him. It's absolute crap there. I was so annoyed. And it was obvious the Sigma didn't do that. Because, yeah, I've already explained it. So I've lost my front wing. I was so close to taking out Pret. I only just realised he was coming around there. And now we've got to go in for a front wing. It's so frustrating. We're having a decent race as well. And now I thought, we're going to end up last. Anyway, so might as well put some dry tyres on. The crossover point is coming up, but I'm not sure when that point is. We're going to have an incredibly slow pit stop right now. I'm getting annoyed just commentating on this race about 4 days after it's happened. It's just so frustrating. And there we are, dead last. Let's see if these tyres can grip to the track. It's all about temperature really, and it's going to be key. Let's have a look into the braking zone. Let's see, do we stick to the track? We missed the apex. I think it's a bit too early for dry tyres, but I'm going to have to stick with it. Back end sliding around as we try and get up through the gears, and yeah, it didn't pay off. It really didn't. We're about to get lapped. Jelly, who's having an amazing race. He's not really at the front that often. He's usually in the mid pack, but he's having a fantastic race. And yeah, could be on for taking his. I think it would be his first win in F1XL. So he's doing a good job so far. And after a few more laps, this was the time for the dry tyres. I started to catch up to the leader. Obviously, he's on 1 intermediate. And I thought, screw this. I'm not losing time behind the leader. I'm going to take the... Well, I said take the lead. Take over the leader. But yeah, I think... Did we just see Splaza there? No, where's... Oh no, RB2. RB2 is just behind us. He's pitted for dry tyres. So we're battling with him over last place. Great race. Yep. Looks like Jelly will be coming into the pit soon. And then on to the next lap. RB2 on his fresh, I'm going to say option. So his fresh dry tyres goes up the inside of me. And I try and fight back around the outside. It's obviously going to be tricky. I've been on these tyres for quite a bit longer than him. And I'm trying to stretch out this stint. So I have to pit only one more time. And I'm trying to defend. But he's got newer tyres so he can brake later. Trying to fight with mixed slight contact, but we don't spin out or anything. We're back down to last place. Basically, we're hoping to get into the points. I'm never going to give up. I think at times when I'm at the back of the field, as Originals has left, that could be it. Well, obviously that's a position gained right there. Looks like he's span out there. But yeah, I'm never going to give up because you can always gain positions. You never know what's going to happen. Sadly, the safety car's not in the game because that really helps you out when you're a lap down or absolutely miles behind. So I did stretch out this stint. It was really the longest I could stretch it. So 12 laps. I'm going to have to go for the prime tyres. See if they will last to the end because cars ahead will have another pit stop to make. I'm not sure if Splaza does. It's just ahead of me. So he's come out the pits, that's 11th place just there, and we're about to get lapped by someone else. This is so annoying. We've come out ahead of Vidal. I just let him through. There's no point fighting it. Possibly if you follow him, then we'll have some decent pace. Splace has gone straight on. I don't know if that's lag, but he is out the race. What did I say about gaining positions? That's why I don't give up. Vidal got an illegal overtake on me for some reason. And he actually got a penalty for that, but he did re-overtake me. And now, at this point, I'm faster than Vidal, and I go for move up the inside. I'm chasing after RB2. We're fighting for 10th place in this race. I think it's between me and him for that place. Vidal's trying to get it back, but we try to pull out a lead. And now on to lap 29. I think pretty much all the other cars have pitted, and I don't think we're a lap down anymore, which is always positive. RB2 has left the session. He was just ahead of us, and that is us into 10th place. And that is why you don't give up. I've got at least a point now if I finish this race, and that will go towards my championship. We're on lap 32 now, and I thought I was 30 seconds behind Ward. I'm not going to realistically catch up to him, so screw it. Let's put on some options. Let's go for some glory and go for the fastest lap of the race. A little bit pointless, but I'm the type of guy that likes statistics, so if I can get it, then that'll be fantastic. And I actually come out just ahead of this battle between the two Lotus drivers of Frozen and Feynman. I just think, yeah, I'm going to stay out of it and go for the fastest lap, probably on the next lap. But Feynman's all over Frozen. And Frozen got pole as well, and he's down in 5th now, so that'll be disappointing for him. But Feynman's going for the move here. I've got DRS as well. I was so distracted watching the battle ahead, I didn't even engage it. But Feynman's going for the move. They're so close. They've had an incident earlier on in the season in Mexico. I could have totally taken both of them there, but I chose not to. And now, the battle goes on ahead. This is actually very exciting, and here we go. Feynman's going for a move up the inside. That's a bit risky, and they've made contact. Feynman spun out. And now Frozen's lost momentum. I thought, get up to the back of him, get DRS, and then go for the fastest lap of the race. So we're going to catch up to him here. We're obviously got fresh rubber. Feynman unluckily got spun out there. And now here we go, DRS. He's defending from me. So I don't see why he doesn't just let me through. But I'm trying to go for it. I need this DRS. I need the fastest lap of the race. And we made contact and he spun out. I don't know whose fault that is. I thought he did squeeze me a bit onto the grass. But what else can I say? And that was it that happened in that race. Yeah, we had the lagged car at the end that stopped us from just instantly leading to the standings. But there's the standings of the race. We got 1 point in the end, so not so bad. But a very disappointing race in the end. Frozen glitched to 1st, but he actually finished 9th, so boost everyone up a bit. So that's been the highlights of the Austrian Grand Prix and F1XL. I'll catch you in the next race and my next highlights. Goodbye.